Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be covering Ton Station, which, if you've been watching the channel, is no surprise. This is a project that we have covered in the past as they were doing their Season 1 airdrop. Again, this is a project that we did capitalize on for that airdrop, but they have gone ahead and TGE'd their Soon token. So before we get into what the project is and where I think this thing could potentially go, as always, if you guys get value out of the content here, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and like the video, your support means a lot. So if you take a look at Ton Station, obviously we know that Ton Station is, on the Ton blockchain. Now they are a, Telegram app, a gamified app here, but they do have some pretty big partnerships. We did, cover this in the past, but we do see the likes of SuperVerse and Sidus Heroes, two, in my opinion, elite ecosystems, projects in the gaming space coming together to help partner up with Ton Station and essentially incubate or kind of help them build a little bit. So they have SuperVerse and Sidus Heroes. But if you take a look here, again, they just put out, I believe, their website here recently. It used to just natively be their app. But if you don't already, if you don't use Telegram, if you are avoiding Telegram for whatever reason, I think you are missing a potential narrative there, as Ton has gone ahead and performed quite well already this cycle early on, and one that I think is going to be a hot ecosystem again. We saw it early on, and now Ton, as far as an ecosystem, has kind of been on the back burner a little bit, but I do think with projects like Ton Station, I think that Ton will be hot again. So when you do get the app, again, it is just a gaming platform primarily in Telegram. You'll have it. You can play all these different games within their ecosystem. I wish this floating head guy would go away, but you can play all these different games and earn the Soon token. As again, I do believe that they did end at least their Season 1 farming, which you could claim, which we'll get onto and cover that towards the end of the video. Also, they do have their chat as well to kind of keep their community up to date. Then they have like these different spin wheels if you want to keep farming it. They do have Season 2 of farming the Soon Station, so you can't get in there and farm it right now either way. But Season 1 for that airdrop has concluded. So every Soon is a treasure. Really need this guy to get off the screen here, but end of farming, so yep, November 14th. Now, a couple of things about the Soon token. They were, quite interesting here. We saw that they were 100% supply on listing day, and they came out at a $7.5 million market cap. So no vesting, no locks, no VCs. They listed on pretty decent exchange listings. And that is Ton Station essentially. And why we're looking at it is because we have seen big influencers like Alex Becker talk about it in the past, but they also, Alex Becker, I believe, tweeted here recently, I don't have it pulled up, about Soon Station or Ton Station working with Soon. Right here, I believe it was, I'm working with Soon, just haven't announced yet. I like the project. Now, that's not surprising at all because he actually has talked about that in the past, few videos of his, which we've also covered whenever we've covered Ton Station, for airdrop farming purposes. But when we take a look at it, they do have a decent Twitter following. They also said they are aiming to be the #1 Telegram meme and premium game distribution platform. So obviously, you have to be bullish on the gaming sector, on Telegram making a comeback for an ecosystem. Those are kind of the big catalysts for this project. Or if you are just trying to catch Alex Becker, pumps from his videos, because there is, obviously, he does move the needle on projects, especially ones that have such a low market cap here, because when he did go ahead and tweet that, we saw Ton Station kind of make a run up to the upside, up 40% on the 7-day and up almost 45% on the 1-day alone, because his tweet here, I believe, Alex Becker's tweet was quite recent. If you go to replies, if I can pull it up again, this was the 31st, so about 2 days ago now. So it was, quite recent here, which it doesn't take much to move a project like this. We did see them launch on the 22nd of December, and they kind of ran up, and then obviously the market has not been a great place as far as new launches and price action for the majority of altcoins here recently. So we did see them kind of fall back down to the 0.00016 range, and now they are up currently. And I do expect them to keep going up. One, because Alex Becker has gave him some momentum, and I just think it is an undervalued ecosystem. Personally, because I am bullish on the Ton ecosystem making a comeback, because they have plenty of users. Ton Station at one point was one of the most used, I think, gaming platforms or Telegram apps on the platform. They put out at one point, And again, this is a free platform. You can get in there. It's a bunch of clicker games, obviously. It's nothing super AAA in my opinion, but you have access to different games, not just the ones natively built, by Ton Station. So that is interesting there. But the biggest catalyst here is, again, reminding you of that 100% in circulation. So there is no dilution here. There is no major dumping going on. It's still at a $22 million market cap. Now, obviously, it did come up from, I believe, about the mid-teens here recently. So it is up right now, but in the grand scheme, at a $22 million market cap, if you're bullish on all those different factors, or at the end of the day, not that I recommend it at all or anything, obviously it's not financial advice. If you believe that there is a price impact that Alex Becker can have, I mean, just look at what one tweet could simply do for a project, could send it flying to the upside. I do believe he's going to continue talking about it in the future. I believe his upcoming videos will be talking about it. And for a project of such a low market cap, I don't think it's going to take much for this project to kind of go up, towards the upside as well as far as price action goes. Now, when we take a look at their exchange listings on Ton, you can use, StonFi, their native DEX, or for centralized exchange listings, they do have quite a few. I mean, they have the typical, in my opinion, like tier 2, tier 3s, like BitGet, Mexi, Gate.io, BingX, and LB Bank, and a few other ones. So they do have the typical exchange listings, nothing crazy as far as like KuCoin, tier 2s, or Bybit, or tier 1s like Binance and Coinbase. Now, are those coming in the future? I don't know. Is that the potential? That's what you always kind of, speculate on for projects early on like this. Now, one thing is that if you actually did go ahead and farm the airdrop with us, they actually do have a deadline. If you haven't already claimed your Soon token, you have to go into the app, go to the airdrop app towards the bottom. Then you can select to either, select it to withdraw on sexes or dexes. I went just in the wallet decentralized route, but if you want to put it onto exchange, I believe you can do that too. That might be done, but again, I went decentralized route just to Ton Keeper, so not a problem there. But they do actually end the withdrawals on the 22nd, so here soon in a couple of weeks of 2024. If you don't withdraw, all the remaining balances of unclaimed, unwithdrawn Soon tokens will be burned. So definitely something to be mentioning there. That could be a supply shock, honestly, too, as well. So maybe look for that for a potential catalyst. I have seen an issue here recently, just on a bunch of replies and comments on their posts, that it's not working for some people. But they do say here, this is the legit, I believe, Ton Station, Twitter, I believe, as well. It's being followed by a lot of people. I'm following it, and they have all the followers. So just make sure when you're looking for replies down here for the golden check mark, but then also make sure who you're actually looking at, because there's a bunch of scams. They do say they have their support Telegram here as well if you're having an issue with that. So again, I can't be the one to help you there, unfortunately, but they do have their support staff here as well, or just reach out to the team. Like, a lot of people are just commenting here, and I believe that they will do their best to get back to you. Now, right here, they have different updates going on within their ecosystem, but either way, the main play here, in my opinion, is the fact that if we're looking at Ton Gaming, we see other projects like Notcoin, Hamster Combat, which have been at hundreds and hundreds of $1 million in market cap, versus something like Ton Station, which came out at 7.5 million. Quite different as far as, it's not like it's a dead project. They have the users still, they have the partnerships, they have volume, they have big influencers starting to potentially talk about them in the future. So I do think you're still quite early here, especially when we do compare it to stuff like other major Telegram gaming applications on the platform that already have their token live. Something at a $22 million FDV, again, this is fully circulating, so just a $22 million market cap. I would not be surprised at all, to see this thing kind of break 100 million. One, if Alex Becker does continue to talk about it in the future, but that wouldn't be my main catalyst. I do just think that it is undervalued, especially being partnered with SuperVerse, which is a top tier platform and project in the gaming space, but also Sidus Heroes, another platform that we've covered a bunch and we've liked for years. Obviously, two staples here are coming together with Ton Station, and they have the partnerships. They introduced, different games. It's mobile, and a lot of users are in the Telegram app, the Telegram narrative. There's no denying that as well. And there is going to be that major just burn of unclaimed Soon tokens on the 22nd. So I do expect that to have a potential, impact on the supply shock and price here, because obviously with all airdrops, not everyone claims them. Whether you have issues or you just forget about it or you lose access to your account, it's not 100% claim rate, so that is going to be some of that Soon token burnt on the 22nd or the 23rd, depending on when they're going to do it. or if they wait a little bit after that, who knows. But either way, I think if you're looking for a low cap that just hit the market, that, I would say a lot of the times we're seeing, with new TGEs, especially recently, for years it was always, hey, on launch, new TGEs for new altcoin launches for the gaming sector, not a great time to get invested on because there's always dumps. But we have been seeing the meta recently with, a lot of other gaming tokens we've talked about so many times, like Seed World, Play, Xborg, Champs, with these tokens that go, those are fair launch that go dexes only and fully, for the most part, fully, if not close to diluted on some of them. So, but this one obviously does have a bunch of exchange listings, but they did go the fully diluted route and at a small market cap. If this was a fully diluted at 100 million, the conversation would be a little bit different, but at 7.5 million, especially at a 22 million, I do think that this still has a bunch of upside, especially since, you see here what one tweet does by a big influencer on this project. It sends it, let's be real here, I believe strongly that this is an impact from Alex Becker, just tweeting about it. It wasn't even a full-on tweet or announcement. It was just a reply saying that he likes soon TonStation is working with them. But I find it interesting because that's not brand new news. Obviously, if you've just been aware of the project in the past, it's not really that new of news if you've just been keeping up to date here. But again, that's all it takes sometimes. But either way, guys, that is TonStation. Letting you guys know that they have hit the market. They are being talked about. They are going up. So, in my opinion, if this was one that you did not farm, sorry, you had your time. We did cover it, in different airdrop videos here. The opportunities are out there, but there'll be more airdrops in the future. There's always the next project. But if you're looking for a low cap on the Telegram blockchain in the gaming narrative, one that I think is going to be talked about a little bit more moving forward. So I do expect more coverage to hit TonStation, but as always, we were here covering it before this thing even hit the market here. We farmed it, and I'm not gonna hide it from you guys. I'm gonna be transparent. As expected, I did not make crazy on the airdrop, but I still hold my soon because I do expect it to go a lot higher, obviously from the point we're at right now. Now, how much higher? I think 100 million is pretty achievable in the short term, just given all the factors and catalysts and coverage it could potentially get in the future. And because when we look at the users and similar gaming projects on Telegram, most of the time they are higher evaluated than what we're seeing right now with TonStation, and there's no dilution, which is always a plus. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of TonStation? Obviously, the website here doesn't really give it the best justice, in my opinion. Just if you want to learn more about it, you can go on their website, you can get the app, you can go on their Twitter, download the app. It's pretty straightforward, just like any Telegram app. You put you in a channel or a chat channel, then you open the app, and then you have it open that way as well. Very straightforward, very basic. I'm not claiming that they reinvented the wheel by any means here, but it's easy to use. It's very user friendly. So I like TonStation, and I like SuperVerse and Sidus heroes. Just full disclosure, we've covered that. But I think there's no denying that those are top tier ecosystems. Pay attention, what they're getting involved with. But either way, that is TonStation with their Soon token. Let me know, what do you think of this project? What do you think of the Telegram narrative as a whole? Do you see pros or cons here? What do you like, do not like about it? If you got any value out of the content here, please consider, all the different ways of supporting the channel. There's a Patreon, there's a Discord, or as always, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. And if you did get that value out of the video here today, if you guys could, or if you made money off the airdrop, no matter the amount, if you took action there and if you were able to claim your Soon token, then please, if you guys could, like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.